starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing this week? Hello. And I am super excited because I have a crew over on Instagram this week. So, Instagram is beating Facebook this week so far. And Beautiful Blaze Candles over on Instagram. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Over on YouTube and Facebook, check in. Can you all hear me? Can you see me? All right. So for those of you just joining me on Instagram, welcome. You are watching the Bubbles and Flames podcast, and I am Tina, owner of Nuts About Candles. So that's probably how you found out about the show. I do this every single week on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. So sit back and enjoy the show. If you want to hop over to YouTube, it's Bubbles and Flames, both with a Z podcast, and just sit back and have fun. And I do check the comments over here, so I look back and forth. All right. And Beautiful Blaze Candles, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, YouTube. What's up to my YouTube crew? Hey. Hey, Rob. Hey, Courtney. Hello, everyone. Hey, Penny. Welcome. I'm so excited, as you all can tell. I am super excited. Welcome back to everybody and all of my mods. Again, as I just told my Instagram crew, I am Tina, owner and founder of Nuts About Candles, and also Miss Bubbles and Flames herself. All right. For those of you catching the replay, tonight we are going to talk about fragrance blends and fragrance mixes, recipes, however you want to refer to it. And basically, the show is geared towards candle and soap makers. But of course, if you have a perfume or a skincare company, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. Or if you just want to hang out and have a good time, of course, I appreciate it. All right. So I got my Instagram crew over here to my right, and I have Facebook and YouTube over here to my left. So let's jump into it. This is episode number 12. Can you all believe it? For those of you that have been with me, if you want to go back and catch the previous episodes, they are out on YouTube under Bubbles and Flames. And again, it's Bubbles with a Z for my soap makers, and Flames, of course, for my candle makers, both with a Z podcast. We are the only podcast for soap and candle makers, to my knowledge. So, starting out something new here. And by all means, feel free to join me on this journey. It's been fun so far. Last week we actually had, and for those of you that are new to me, I cheat and have my notes. So if you see me looking down, I gotta have my notes. Gotta have my notes. All right. And last week was a heavy topic, huh? For those of you that are in my comments on both sides, last week we talked about maker mental health, right? Maker mental health is very important, especially the season that we are getting ready to go into, correct? We got a lot going on, and we're coming into, for those of you who like to light it up, and I'm going to have to say this again once my VIP moderator gets on, happy 420 early for those of you tomorrow. All right, so 420 is tomorrow for those of you participating in that. And of course, you all know I like to remind you of different things coming up and things to give you a heads up on, right? So we all know Mother's Day, obviously, right? But you know what? Right before I got online, I was like, wow, how about this one? Teachers Appreciation Week. All right. Welcome, Jen Landry. We are just kicking the show off. And also, Sense of Hue, welcome. I appreciate you both for joining. All right. And if you have to jump off and want to catch the replay, I will post it on Instagram right after the show. And also, I'm on YouTube at Bubbles and Flames Podcast. So hopefully, you'll check us out. For those of you that are not subscribed to the channel, I still need 9 more people so that I can go live from different locations. All right. So it's Bubblez with the Z and Flamez podcast. All right. And yes, the fragrance nook, absolutely. Have to show some love to the teachers. We need them. So, Teachers Appreciation Week is also rapidly approaching. So, if you don't have something together, you might want to put something out there. All right. So, I thought I would add that out there. Let's see. For those of you who are wondering why I haven't posted the giveaway, I actually got an order, so I didn't get a chance to put out there what I wanted to put out there, but I will put it out, I promise, before next week. So for those of you that don't know or have a clue what I'm talking about, I'm going to do a giveaway for my subscribers. And what they voted on was to get a sampler of some of the candles that I offer. I offer glitter, botanical, as well as marble candles. So make sure that you're subscribed because I'm going to pick from my subscribers that are over there to be eligible for that giveaway. All right. So that is still coming. So, episode 8, if you haven't seen episode 8, that was about fragrances, right? So, let's jump into it. Go back and watch episode 8 in case you need a recap of the different fragrance notes and how to blend them, all right? And some of the things that we talked about. And I'm glad that the Fragrance Nook and actually Rob from Dapper Guru are in the house tonight. And I'm going to see if I can coerce Rob to come up actually on stage and talk. And for those of you who, if you feel like you want to jump up on stage, just let me know. I'll post the link in the chat. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. For those of you on Instagram, you won't actually see the link in the chat because you have to be on YouTube or Facebook to actually come up on stage. So you'll have to jump over there if you want to talk about something. All right, so let's go ahead and let's kick this off and let me see what Miss Courtney said. Oh, Courtney put the YouTube up there and I just put the link up there. So Courtney, thank you as always for that. All right, so some of the things to do a quick recap is we talked about different categories of fragrances, right? And so for those of you on Instagram that are just joining me, I actually look back and forth. So you'll see my eyes going back and forth because your comments are important to me as well. All right. So for those of you over on Facebook, let's do a really quick recap. Courtney, thank you for posting the episode up there. She posted the link in the chat. And by all means, if you want to keep the conversation going, if something comes to you tonight after we get off of this live, you can always put it in the comments, either on our Facebook group, which is Bubblez and Flamez, both with a Z podcast on Facebook. We have our own community group, or of course on YouTube, and I'll answer you back, or somebody, one of the moderators will catch it for me. So on episode 8, we actually started talking about the basics of fragrance and fragrance blending. All right. Nobody's expecting you to be an expert in this because I'm not. And we also do not need to discuss proprietary blends. So if you have something that you don't want to share with the group, I'm not going to say you're gatekeeping because I get it. But we're just going to talk about basic blends. And I have a whole lot of recipes that I can share and others in the comments as well. Really quick, I just got this message and I wanted to send a special shout out to Abba. Unfortunately, she will not be joining us tonight. Abba from Akiba Fragrance Wellness Studio. She's one of my mods. She has unfortunately had a situation with her family. She is fine, but she will not be joining us tonight. So Abba, I will reach out to you after this, and definitely sorry to hear about your message and what you're going through. All right, so ladies and gentlemen in the chat, you won't see Abba tonight, but we'll still hold her down. All right, so with fragrance blending, so let's talk about this. And I'm going to look back and forth. What type of fragrances do you like for your line? And here's why I ask that. Do you blend based upon what, or make your products based upon what you like? Or do you actually ask your customers what they want? And I'll wait for some responses here. For me, I do a little bit of both. I do make, like me, I don't really like floral fragrances, but I do have a really popular rosé candle. And my rosé is more of a dirty rose type, and it's also patchouli and vanilla. So it's smoked vanilla, patchouli, and rose. All right, so there's three different suppliers that I use there. Courtney, if you'll do me a huge favor, since she's helping me out and keep notes for everybody, if you jump over on YouTube, if you ever want to know what suppliers we're talking about, she'll put the notes under there for me. All right. All right. So for that blend that I just spoke about, it is rose petals. So I do a couple different things. It's rose petals, and that is from Candle Science. Smoked vanilla, which is from wherever it's on sale, to be honest. And then patchouli, which again, that is a staple that I recommend that you have, definitely, is patchouli. All right. And I have some comments over here on Instagram from the Fragrance Nook. And she says, I like what I make. I can take special requests, but not often. And I think that might be the case for a lot of us, because you go down the rabbit hole of special requests and you've bought all of these fragrance oils and then you're stuck with them. Because I actually counted up today, because I knew we were doing the show. I still have, even though I've given away a lot of samples, I still have over 100 bottles of fragrance, which is ridiculous. All right. So I'm trying to narrow it down and get rid of that. Over on YouTube, Courtney says, both. I like to hear what my customers like, but I like to come up with new stuff. All right. So we have a little bit of both over on both sides. All right. And the Fragrance Nook says, patchouli blends so well with fruit fragrances, and she is absolutely correct. And A.R. Brown, welcome to the Instagram of my podcast that I have every week. The topic this week is fragrance blending. All right. How many of you all like woodsy or citrus scents? All right. And I don't see Jayla in the chat yet, because I know that is a big one for her. And have you ever blended them before? So the Fragrance Nook just gave you a hint, which is patchouli and fruit fragrances. All right. It gives that you still have your fruity, but you also have your woodsy in there from patchouli. All right. How about sandalwood? Does anybody like floral, sandalwood, any of the earthy or woodsy vibes? All right. And there is Mahogany Organics. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just really got started, so you didn't miss anything. All right. How about what blends well with sandalwood? All right. And again, over on Instagram from the Fragrance Nook, I love woodsy. Woodsy plus lime, bergamot, or lemongrass. All right. And Rob over on Instagram from Dapper Guru says, I like earthy and deep scents. All right. And those are a great base. This is from the Fragrance Nook to, I'm sorry, those are a great base to a masculine blend. And you are absolutely correct as always, Miss Fragrance Nook, if it's who I think it is. All right. And Mahogany Organics, you know good and well I was going to personally send you the replay, because I know this is a topic that you want to talk about. All right. So what we're going to do for everybody that's over on Instagram, again, the notes will be actually over on YouTube. All right. And I actually have a group that is on Instagram. If you want to go and get the notes and in the chat for everything that we talk about, go ahead and send me a DM and I'll add you to that group. It's no problem. All right. And so Rose has changed her name. I love it. And I love the name too. All right, Courtney, thank you. Courtney has put, once again, she has put all the notes in there for me. All right, so we talked about patchouli. Can I mix patchouli and sandalwood together? What does that smell like? Has anybody smelled that? Oh, I got some hearts going on Instagram. That was a good one. All right. Oh, let me pull out my notes here while I'm talking to you all before I forget, because I actually did my homework. Can you all see this? I have a list, and there's several pages. I know on YouTube, because of my background, it's hard to see, but I have a list of several ones, several fragrances. Courtney, so you all can't see what Courtney said, but She's put up Midwest fragrance, and Midwest, I love them, but I have to stay off their site. Have to stay off their site. Hey, Miss Nikki Ball, how are you? We are talking about fragrance blending tonight. All right. Oh, and the fragrance nook said add some amber to it, and it's chef's kiss. So for clarification, is that sandalwood, patchouli, and amber? Oh, we got some good ones going, and we haven't really gotten started yet. So what am? Hey, how are you, Nikki? What am I blending? So that's woodsy. So amber falls into what family? Let me see who answers first. Amber is a staple, in my personal opinion, that you should have, as well as patchouli, sandalwood, tonka. I'm still going with the woodsies. I'm gonna stick with those for right now because I don't want to give too many. And I meant to tell you all to grab a piece of paper, but that's okay. You can always go back and listen to the replay, and a pen so that you can write these down. All right. All right. So let's keep going here. What about, and I'm going to switch and go a totally different direction. What about eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, orange, lemon? And I may say this wrong, and if I do, the Fragrance Nook is going to correct me on Instagram side, and Courtney's going to get me on YouTube side. But is it Ying Lang or Yang Lang? I always pronounce it wrong. That one. What are all of those that I just mentioned? What are all of those different fragrance types that I just mentioned? So I have what? Spa, essential oil, correct? Welcome, Luxwick. Our talking about our topic tonight that we are talking about are fragrance blends, and we're talking about different ideas, staples, and recipes. So welcome. All right, Courtney says she says it wrong too, so I appreciate it. So I'm surprised that Rob hasn't chimed in. All right, and the Fragrance Nook over on Instagram gave us eucalyptus. Oh, what is it petite grain? Oh, Inglang. Oh, Courtney, I spelled that all wrong. I just butchered it. I knew she was going to get me. And also tea tree. All right. So I mentioned peppermint, eucalyptus, lavender, orange. All right. And then also, oh, my godson is in the building. Hey, Gary. All right. Those are essential oils, right? So it's really good if you do like your room sprays with essential oils. Those are good. Don't go over the 5% though, because it could be pretty strong if you're doing it with the base. That's just from personal experience. All right. And how about this one? Does anybody, since we're still talking about staples and things to keep, how about adding musk and also the fragrance Nook said earlier, amber? I think those definitely need to be added in addition to vanilla because you can blend those with a lot of things. All right. And Courtney, am I going too fast for you? Because I know she's actually being very thorough and she is looking up the actual links for us and putting them under the notes. Hello to Stacy over on the YouTube side. We appreciate you joining tonight. How about this blend? This is a different one. Let's go jump over. We're still going to stay with our essential oils, but how about this one? Amber and lavender. Amber and lavender. Oh, Rob and anybody that does soap, chime in on that one. That sounds like a nice spa blend for soap. What do you all think about that? All right. How about this one? Here's another one that I have on my list. I'm all over the place. How about lemon and eucalyptus? Lemon and eucalyptus. Thank you, Miss Courtney. All right. Yes, very warm and comforting. I agree. All right. So I'm going to keep going and you all can give me your feedback. I'm trying to still stick within that whole essential oil spa like smells. Here's a popular one. Okay, Fragrance Nook said amber, lavender, and vanilla. So we're right there together. All right. And I'm going to piggyback on her with the lavender. How about this? Lavender rose. Lavender and rose. All right. So that's a good one. Also, still sticking with rose. So I said amber and lavender. How about amber and rose? Oh, okay. So now the Fragrance Nook, she went and took it up even more with lemon, eucalyptus, and sage. Lemon, eucalyptus, and sage for those of you all who are in the spa world or want to have a spa collection. All right. So I had said amber and rose or amber and lavender. Okay, and the Fragrance Nook says that I have a lavender, rose, and cherry vanilla. Okay, so cherry vanilla blend. What does that smell like? And for those of you that are on Instagram, everybody over on Facebook knows who the Fragrance Nook is. She actually is a blend specialist, so that's why um, you see her with so many comments on here. All right, and let's see what Mr. Gary said. Lemon, eucalyptus, and sage. Nice. Get rid of that bad energy. Yes, and she's very much into that. All right. All right, so let's keep going. How about this one? This is a good one still. I do this one all the time. It smells soft, powdery, and warm. And what the response was, what that response was for, is that she has a lavender, rose, and cherry vanilla blend. And for the Fragrance Nook, is that in soap or that's in candles? And Shante Too True, welcome, welcome. We are talking about fragrance blending tonight, and glad you could make it. And Gary said, "Oh, it smells like a hug." All right. And Courtney, again, thank you for putting everything out here. Oh, okay. Let me draw some attention here to something that Courtney has put in the comments over on YouTube. She actually has put out here from Sierra Candles. They have a sample pack. All right. So that's something you might want to check out for those of you that are new to candle and soap making. They put a bunch of things together that complement each other, and that's a good way to start out. Sample packs are everything, or sample collections. All right. Hang on one quick second here because I'm about to lose my Instagram crew. Oops, sorry. I knocked my phone over. My battery is going dead. All right, let's see. The Fragrance Nook said, I have someone tested in wax melt. I was told the hot throw and cold throw was great. Yes, most definitely. That black cherry, I'm gonna have to try that out. That black cherry is what will really bring it out. And you know I love black cherry. Let me see. I've got Courtney working over here double time, and she said she might have missed a few, but she's going to go back and add them for us in the replay. So Courtney, you know we definitely appreciate you. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that when you just posted too, and I'm sure Gary will remind me as well. All right. Hopefully, I didn't knock you all off on Instagram too much. I almost knocked my phone over. And for she's got some good suppliers on here too. She's actually all over the board. Right now, she's got a Peach State up there for those of you that might be in Georgia or order from Peach State. They are also candle makers as well. A lot of the suppliers that we all use, they are also candle makers and or soap makers, so they understand how it works. All right. So she's on a roll here, actually over in, and I'll put the link from YouTube over on Instagram so that you all can link to the YouTube video if you like, since there's so many different links that'll be out there. All right. I think that's fair. All right. So continuing on before we get into some more what I call exotic ones, but the Fragrance Nook and Rob over on the other side and Courtney might laugh because they really get deep into the fragrance blending, as I'm sure some of you do. All right, how about this one? Um, vanilla. If I said it earlier, I'm sorry. Vanilla and sandalwood. All right. Vanilla and cinnamon was what I was looking at. Vanilla and cinnamon. All right. And again, if you have to jump off, by all means, I'll post a replay up later tonight so you can still get all of this information. All right. How about this one? Musk and cedar. Musk and cedar. All right. And Courtney, what I'll do is the ones that I'm mentioning, I'll just add it as a document to complement all the links that you have put in the chat. How about that? All right. I think I mentioned this one earlier, but if not, if you weren't on yet. Oh, Rob said yes on that one. So, Rob, is that a yes on musk and cedar, or which one do you like? Which one are you yesing me for? All right. How about this one? Amber and jasmine. Amber and jasmine. Oh, Rob said cedar and musk is amazing, so he likes that one. Oh, okay, Rob, here we go. Here we go. Because Miss Fragrance Nook has answered musk, cedar, fir needle, and lemongrass. Musk, cedar, and she actually got some hearts on that one. Musk, cedar, fir needle, and lemongrass. All right. And hello to Nikki. All right, how about that one? And Rob said sandalwood and vanilla is good. All right, how about this one, Rob, since you like more woodsy? Oh, wait a minute. He gave, I'm about to say it wrong. Okay, and Nikki said Nikki Ball, excuse me, Nikki Ball 23 said she loves lemongrass. Yes, I like lemongrass too. All right, and Rob gave us one. He gave us a recipe, yingling and cedar. And I know I said it wrong. It's elang. Is that the correct pronunciation? I'm just going to say elang twice. All right. How about this one? Musk and patchouli. Musk and patchouli. So let me ask to either Courtney and did I get it right, Miss Fragrance Nook? I hope so. I'm just going to say E twice. And you all know what I mean. Where can I, because this is something I'm looking for, I would like, if possible, to get like a straight musk. Is that possible? Do places sell that? Because I started to look on Midwest Candle Supply, but I said I better wait until after this. And Rob said, oh, that might be too musky. Patchouli and musk. Okay. Ooh, I like that one. Is that a blend that you sell? Okay, so listen to this one, YouTube and Facebook. Musk, patchouli, and Egyptian rose geranium. Did I say that right? Finding an earthy musk is hard. Oh, you know I love AFI. You know I love me some AFI. Okay. What okay, so you do make it and sell it. Okay, perfect. And Courtney actually found it. She found it. It's on bulk apothecary. But if you all say straight musk is not good, I had wanted it because a lot of the recipes that I saw just called for straight musk. All right, and a plug for the fragrance nook. She actually sells a lot of these mixes that she is sharing with us. So make sure you put your link in the comments for me. Ooh, where did you see? Wait a minute. Courtney put up. Hold on, Rob. Hold on. I got to go back to what Courtney said first. At Nature's Garden, they have a dark musk fragrance. Okay. Ooh, that sounds sexy. Dark musk. Okay. All right. And Rob gave us a recipe, and I didn't want to miss it. African musk and Arabian musk is amazing. So, Rob, what you have to do is I need for you to put where you get that in the link, sir. Since you put that out there, if you could share that. All right. And here's the next one I have. Let's see. Let's see for those of you that like the woodsy ones. How about vanilla and tonka? Oh, he said no, don't mix. Okay. So you're saying separate, just you were answering my question about the musk. Can you send those to me, Rob? Oh, they're from Boca Pocket there. Okay, so Courtney already covered that. Okay, thank you. Okay. See, everybody's just getting excited about these blends. And I'm trying to remember to look back and forth. And okay, how about this one for you expert blenders out there? All right, how about this one? This is one that I thought was interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read mine first since I started, and then I'm gonna read yours because I think it's along the same lines. Lavender and chai spice. That one's different. Lavender and chai spice. All right. And from the fragrance nook, she said vanilla, tonka, and oud. Vanilla, tonka, and oud. And that is a very popular blend. I actually love it. All right. So vanilla, tonka, and oud. And oud, I think, and this is in my personal opinion, and Candle Science has a tonka and oud, which is what I have. That should be one, and you all can tell me what you think. That should be in your staple collection. All right, tonka and oud. And of course, we talked about vanilla as well. All right. And Courtney over on YouTube just posted the Tonka and Oud fragrance oil. All right, again from Candle Science. And she also put spiced honey and Tonka. Okay, because that was one of the next ones I was going to read was honey and Tonka. So Candle Science already has it blended. All right. So still continuing. What do you all think about this one? Blackberry and musk. Blackberry and musk. And Nature's Garden has a couple. They have blackberry and they have blackberry fizz. All right. We talked about that one already, which is vanilla musk. How about amber and sandalwood? That's also a popular one as well. Vanilla and rose, which I talked about with my rosé blend earlier. You said blackberry. I love blackberry. There is a look up Amethyst by Kendra. I can't remember her last name, but that is a part of a scent. Yes, blackberry and musk does sound good. Yep. All right. Sounds like the start to a good night. All right. Lavender and patchouli. I think we might have talked about that one earlier. Okay. How about this one? And this one might be kind of strong. Tobacco and leather. Tobacco and leather. That's going to be really smoky. All right. If you're looking for a more masculine scent. All right. All right. I think we talked about this, but I'll mention it again just for the record. Musk, amber, and sandalwood. Musk, amber, and sandalwood, because I think somebody's mentioned that. And how about this one? Musk and rose. Musk and rose. All right. And this particular um, blending group that I'm reading to you is more so your earthy and woodsy blends. I haven't gotten to the fruity ones yet. For those of you who are waiting for those. All right. And the Fragrance Nook says, yes, I make a very popular sexy men's fragrance with tobacco and leather. Absolutely. Oh, and she gave us a tip. Add pink sugar to tobacco and leather to make it feminine. All right. I love pink sugar. A lot of my wholesale clients, I have one, um, she is called the Pink Sugar Box. So I actually make a pink sugar candle for her. I love pink sugar. All right. All right. And I got Courtney working double, triple, and quadruple time here. All right. How about this one before we switch over to the fruit? Lavender and honey. Lavender and honey. All right. Oh, this one sounds good too. How about this one? Spiced saffron and amber. Spiced saffron and amber. All right. And Fragrance Nook, what do you think about this one? musk and velvet. And I always want to act crazy as I normally do every time I hear that velvet. What is that, velvet? I can't help it. I had to do it. I had to do it. Where do you get velvet from? Where do you get that? All right. And I mentioned this one earlier, but since we've got some new people that are in the room, lemon and eucalyptus. All right. And Fragrance Nook is right on time with the fruits, lemon and eucalyptus. And then Fragrance Nook gave us another one. Blood orange, add blood orange to spice saffron and amber. Oh, that sounds really good. Blood orange to spice saffron and amber. And she also says musk and velvet would be a good mock-up between blueberry and patchouli. Absolutely. That does sound really good. I was about to say that does smell really good. All right, we talked about sandalwood and patchouli. What about this one? Spiced mahogany. Spiced mahogany. All right, we talked about that one. How about this one, especially for Rob and the Fragrance Nook? Patchouli and neroli. Patchouli and neroli. And can you all tell what type of fragrances I like? Because I looked up that one, then I'm going to get into some other ones. All right. And then sandalwood, the last one I have in the woodsy area is sandalwood and Elaine twice. I'll say that Elaine times two. Oh, that one sounds really good. All right. For over on YouTube, I mean, I'm glad that she was able to make it tonight for the Fragrance Nook. She gave us spiced mahogany and black tea because between Rob Courtney over on YouTube and actually um, the Fragrance Nook over on Instagram, we've got some really good recipes going. All right. So spiced mahogany and black tea. Now, the Fragrance Nook, ma'am. See, you're showing out now. You're showing out. So now we're switching over to fruit, and she says patchouli, neroli, and strawberry. Patchouli, neroli, and strawberry. And Courtney gave us one neroli and white jasmine fragrance oil from Candle Science. All right. Oh no, this is your area, so this is what I wanted you to do. So you are good. You are good. All right. And this is one of your blends. She's got a couple blends that I actually like. The chocolate and orange. Chocolate and orange. All right. And here's another one still. My master blenders probably know about this one. Chocolate and ancient Sedona. I have no idea where you can get that one from. Chocolate and ancient Sedona. I think that might be a dupe of something because that sounds familiar. Okay, so Courtney gave us sweet strawberry. Okay, you like that one? I tried to do some extra work because I knew you were going to be on and Courtney was going to be on. Ancient Sedona from Brambleberry. Okay, thank you. All right, so Brambleberry Courtney for Ancient Sedona. I was like, what is that? And hopefully for the rest of you all, you can get some ideas from this. Also, I have. Oh, okay. This is from Brambleberry too. This is bad when you can't read your own writing. Aloe and green tea. Aloe and green tea. And from the Fragrance Nook, she says Ancient Sedonia, chocolate, and almond biscotti. That would be good for our dessert soap and candle makers. If that won't season the soap, I'm assuming since you're putting it in here that it doesn't because you do soap. The warm nutmeg notes are beautiful. Yes, that would definitely be one for the holiday season. I'm trying not to sound hungry. I made sure I ate before I got on. Yep, aloe green tea with ancient Sedona. Okay, so let me write that down. If you had to for the fragrance nook, what would you describe ancient Sedona for those of us that don't know? Okay, and I'll mention that to Rob too in just a second. What does ancient Sedona smell like? Does anybody know on either side? I know the fragrance nook does. I'm wearing her fingers out tonight. Okay, and Rob, for you, and for anybody who does soap, she said that aloe and green tea accelerates trace. And for soap, cool with 60% soft oils. And ancient Sedona smells like a spicy masculine. Thank you for that, and I'll definitely be grabbing that because I love masculine scents. All right, so let's continue. How about this one? Mm, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love how it smells. So this one is let's see what the fragrance nook says. Coffee, raspberry, and 1 to 2 drops of lavender. What do you think about that one? All right, and while she's typing, I have one more coffee one. Coffee, Turkish coffee, and salted caramel. What do you all think about that one? So that was coffee, Turkish coffee, and salted caramel. Poor Courtney, she's just going through and putting all the notes in. All right, so we'll continue. You used to make the same blend in 2012. Which one of the coffee, the raspberry, and the lavender, or the second one, the coffee, Turkish coffee, and caramel? All right. And Courtney posted one coffee, maple sticky buns, and vanilla. And then she just posted another one also coffee, maple sticky buns, and vanilla, coffee, and blazing bonfire. Oh, that one sounds good. I don't even like coffee, but that one sounds like it has a unique smell. So the fragrance Nook typed coffee, Turkish mocha, coconut cream, and lavender. Because that cream, that coconut, and the lavender are going to kind of balance out that coffee smell. Oh, that I'm gonna have to keep that one too. All right, and also coffee. Oops, coffee, Turkish mocha, lavender, and a small bit of rose. Okay. And welcome your real estate connection. We're talking about fragrance blending tonight. Okay. And Rob said, wait, coffee and blazing bonfire sounds bomb. I agree with you, Rob, on that one. All right. That one does sound good. Okay. All right. So still sticking really quick before I forget these other ones in the fruit lane. What do you think about this one? All right. Lavender, caramel, and blood orange. Lavender, caramel, and blood orange. And see, now we're getting into fragrances that can be used in room sprays, candles, or soap. I don't know if people want a coffee room spray, but hey, that would work for a coffee house. All right. How about this one? This is brambleberry, aloe green tea, bamboo hemp, and lime coconut from Nature's Garden. All right, I'll say that again. Aloe green tea, bamboo hemp, that's from Brambleberry, and from Nature's Garden, lime coconut. So that one is to me a spa scent for those of you that do spa scents. All right, that does sound good. The blood orange, yep, yep. All right, and I'm still going to keep going. How about this next one? Moscato, jasmine, and rose petal. All right. Moscato, jasmine. Oh, I'm sorry. It was more to that. Moscato, jasmine, rose petal, vanilla, and coconut cream. Moscato, jasmine, rose petal, vanilla, and coconut cream. All right. And the fragrance nook says aloe green tea is such a light, airy fragrance. So question for you, fragrance. Can you think that will transfer to a candle? Because sometimes with the light fragrances, the cold throw is amazing, but the hot throw is nothing. Am I doing pretty good? I've been working. You see all my notes right here? I've been trying to prepare. That's why I said I hope you could make it tonight. No, no, I honestly did not. I have not looked at your catalog probably in about a year because I tried to do this on my own because I knew if I looked at your catalog, it would be beyond. I'm trying to grow up and do this. I didn't even call Courtney or Robert on this one either, believe it or not. I actually did my homework. How about this one? In case I missed it. Rose, patchouli, and neroli. Rose, patchouli, and neroli. All right. Here's another one. I know you're side eyeing me, but I really did do my work. I did, and I wanted to I have to do a spa line. So I did these. I actually added more to them yesterday, but I did these about a month ago. And then this person changed their mind and went a whole different direction. So I had already had it. So I said, this will be perfect. All right. So how about this one? Because I said, this is so you. All right. Meaning the recipes: lemongrass, spearmint, cedarwood. Lemongrass, spearmint, and cedarwood. That one's probably going to be one that Rob likes because he likes the outdoor smells and the masculine smells. All right. And I wrote this one down, but I wanted to get feedback on this one. This one is definitely a winter scent: tobacco caramel and blue Christmas. Tobacco caramel and blue Christmas. All right. And I have some that I wrote down. Okay, wait a minute. The fragrance nook, she gave us another one: English rose, patchouli, Neolithic are great on their own, but add silver fir needle and you have a wonderful midnight scent. Oh, neroli. Okay. So I'll say that again: English rose, patchouli, and neroli are great on their own, but add silver fir needle and you have a wonderful midnight scent. All right. And then she responded to me saying Blue Christmas is a peppery masculine. Okay. Do you know who sells, off the top of your head, who sells Blue Christmas? Because you know I have to get that. Anything masculine, I'm all over it. And Courtney is on it. She's actually keeping up with me too. All right. So here's some that I wrote down, that I didn't write blends down, but I actually just like the scents. Black pepper, pink pepper. Oh, Courtney, for Blue Christmas, that is the chemistry store. And your real estate connection said, I want to smell these scents. And she loves masculine scents too. Absolutely, I do too. If you click on the fragrance nook, she does this for a living. This is what she does. She does blending. And she's got some amazing stuff that she makes. That was a cheap plug, but honestly, she does. All right. So I wrote down black pepper, pink pepper, blue sugar spice, which we just talked about. I didn't mention these in blends, but also frankincense, bourbon, black tea. We use those in blends, and believe it or not, that is all that I had. All right. So, do you all have anything else that you wanted to share? Now, what we're going to do for those of you that are new to me, this is just the first part where we give you the blend. Next week, we're going to talk about percentages and how to figure out what to do with all these blends that you have, because I'm trying not to make this a 2 hour live. So, we're going to chop it up. So, this week, we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Let me finish that statement and then I'll go back. This week we're doing just a blend, so you can kind of start thinking about what you want. And then next week we're going to have part two to this, where we're going to actually start talking about ratios. Do I do 50-50, 70-30, 60-40? Do I do, even amounts of each one? How do I come up with that? And we're going to, let me see if I can coerce Rob to come up and between Rob, Courtney, and the Fragrance Nook, that they can explain to us the difference for soap versus candle making, and then room sprays as well. Because a lot of people are doing reed diffusers and room sprays now. So I want to make sure that we address those items as well. All right. Now, listen to this one, Courtney and Rob. Black and pink pepper, rose and lime would be good together, would be nice together. Excuse me. That does sound good. All right. Black and pink pepper, rose and lime all together. All right. So does that mean that you are going to put in 100% of each one? Absolutely not. All right. And let me give a special shout out to those who just joined me on Instagram, to Shawnaboo78, and also to Sure Makes Sense. What we are talking about are fragrance blends and recipes, and you can go back and watch the replay, which I will post after we get off this live, or you can catch it over on the actual podcast. Bubblez and Flamez, and those are both with a Z podcast. And you can actually see the notes, because over on YouTube, Courtney from Love You Bunches Candle Co., she's actually putting the links. All right. Sure makes sense. I'm glad you could make it tonight too. And yes, your real estate connection. I love room sprays too, especially she said, especially for the workplace ladies room. Absolutely. All right. And the Fragrance Nook, as a plug on my website, I have Blend's Best with List. All right. So definitely check her out. But we're going to do that in a part two, because I knew if we got started talking about the recipes and then the blends all in one session, we could be on here for hours. And I know some people like to come in, digest it, and then come back again. So for those of you that have just joined me, you are over here on Instagram on the right. So I put the broadcast up on Instagram, but I'm actually broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook as well. So you'll see me going back and forth. But if you have any comments, you have a couple options. You can either DM me, I'll add you to the group. We also have a group, a community group on Facebook called Bubblez and Flamez Podcast Community Group. And then also, of course, if you put your comments on YouTube as well. But if you can do me a favor, since you are watching it on Instagram, if you all don't mind giving me a subscription, I'm trying to get 9 more people. I'm at 41 now and I need 50. All right. But we broadcast here every week. All right. And as soon as I can get it figured out, I'm going to start going live on TikTok as well, so we can grow the community even more. All right. Did anybody have any blends that you all wanted to add tonight? Of course, you can add them if you want, and you don't have to share your proprietary blends. We're keeping it very basic, but still trying to give those that are new to candle and soap making, and also, as my new friend said, your real estate connection, room sprays. All right. And for you, your real estate connection, keep in mind too, I know you're hanging out with us tonight, and you're welcome to hang out anytime you like with us. You could also do gifts. You could do these as gifts for your real estate clients. All right. And Coco, Courtney shared coconut, lime, and sweet strawberry. Coconut, lime, and sweet strawberry. She put that on YouTube. All right. So, how are you all feeling about the recipes that you've gotten so far? And again, I'm going to post the replay over on Instagram. And of course, it's going to automatically be on YouTube and Facebook. So, if you want to go back and listen, or if you want the links in the comments, they will be available. So, you don't have to try to write everything down. All right. And the Fragrance Nook and Courtney both gave us one at the same time. All right. So, I got the Fragrance Nook first. She said English rose, lemon essential oil, and blueberry. Sure makes sense. I'll tag you. Hold on, let me write that down. I'll tag you in the replay so you don't have to look for it. No, you're fine. All right. And let me go to Courtney real quick, and then the fragrance gave us another one. Oh, see, y'all are showing out now. All right, Courtney gave us Vanilla Bliss, tobacco, and caramelized praline. Vanilla Bliss, tobacco, and caramelized praline. And sure makes sense. You know, it's my pleasure. All right. And the fragrance nook gave us black raspberry vanilla and sweet orange essential oil. Okay. That would be good in a room spray. All right. And then Courtney gave us Hawaiian punch and strawberry. Oh, y'all are showing out with the fruity scents tonight. All right. And also from the fragrance nook, pink grapefruit, black cherry, coconut cream, tobacco caramel. Crystal, it is so I have two. Let me give it to you. It's Bubblez with a Z and Flamez with the Z podcast. And I have an Instagram page, but I'm also on a YouTube and Facebook. So it's Bubblez and Flamez, both with a Z podcast, and we're here every Wednesday. And it should be a link in my bio too. I would type it, but I have to pick you up to type it. And does that answer your question? Okay, let me repeat also this one because I think I missed one from the fragrance nook. All right, Courtney and Rob, listen to this one. Pink grapefruit, black cherry, coconut cream, tobacco caramel. I'll say it again. Pink grapefruit, black cherry, coconut cream, and tobacco caramel. And she says she will save the rest for next time. Wow. And Courtney gave us beach linen and pink sugar. Yes, Rob, that last one she gave, you got to write that down for me and for you. That one was interesting. And Crystal Taylor, did I answer your question? I hope I did. And your real estate connection, if you're still on here, if you have any questions, because I know we went through this stuff pretty fast, just let me know. All right, and let me make sure I tag her. Oh, wait a minute. The fragrance nook said beach linen is the truth. I feel like, Rob, do you feel this way that there's some sort of secret society about blending that we missed out on? I feel like I don't know. All right. And she said, Courtney, she said it also blends well with blue agave from Nature's Garden. Now, see, the fragrance nook. I just said I did an audit and I'm trying to grow up. And get on your level because I want to offer some grown and sexy scents. And now you, and yes, I am pointing my pen and focused on you. And Courtney, I'll ask her in a second, have started this up again. We started this up again. So now I have to go get another job for the job just to buy fragrance oils. I love it. And then I have a question for you from Courtney. Is tobacco caramel a blended fragrance oil? And if so, where do you get it? That's the only one she couldn't find. And Courtney says she needs to get in touch with you. See, I got the powerhouse for my mods. Penny's cracking up. I know, Penny. I know. You know I'm trying to get better. Oh, thank you. Sure makes sense. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you a shout out. So for Penny, and I'm going to have to tag her, for your real estate connection, all right, if you have something that you want me to post, wait a minute. Oh, see, I got to take you up on that, including myself. All right, sure makes sense. For you, your real estate connection, and anybody that is within the sound of my voice on this live, And Penny, this includes you too. If you have something that you want me to post, I will post your short on the YouTube channel. It's a good opportunity. I have one out there and I'm going to post some more as well. So you can put shorts out there so that as people come through the channel, because I noticed that people are watching the channel now in between the lives, so it will allow your business to get some exposure. I don't mind, just DM me because I have to have your permission in writing before I just post it, but I definitely will do that for you. Absolutely. And Crystal, if you're still in the room, I forgot to tell you TikTok. I'm also on there as well. And I have a Twitch, but I don't use it. So TikTok, YouTube is the main one. Instagram, I'm at Nuts About Candles, and for this podcast, it's at Bubblez with the Z and Flamez with the Z podcast, and we're still growing the platform. All right, and I have an answer for you, Courtney, before I give your recipe you gave. Tobacco caramel is from Crafter's Choice. Nature's Garden has it, but it's really weak. And Penny, we could talk offline about that, and you're quite welcome. All right, and Courtney she slipped in some recipes on me. Sorry, I went away from my mic. She slipped in some recipes on me. Let me see what she said. Hold on. Let me catch up. Honeydew and strawberry cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, and lemon pound cake. Penny, you see what I'm saying? I put myself on, and Courtney knows this. See, the fragrance nook didn't know, but Courtney knows this. I put myself on rehab from fragrance oils, and here they go again. And Rob's not helping either, because he knows I'm trying to rehab myself off all these fragrance oils. We might have to start a D-stash group. Any votes on either side for that? We might have to do our own D-stash episode with everybody saying what they have, because this is ridiculous. All right. Okay. Thank you, sure makes sense. You see how they all just ignored what I said? All right. So we may have to do a D-stash episode after this, or a blending crew or something. Okay. Courtney says she's down for a D-stash group. And Courtney says, I'm sorry, Auntie, you know this is my jam. Yes, I know. All right, so we've got some more recipes coming in here. I know Penny. Penny said, go get another job just for fragrance oil. And you know, I absolutely love this. Sure makes sense. I'm trying to behave tonight because I do have some new guests on the platform, because we really do have a good time. We used to do this on Clubhouse every week. I had like 1,000 people in there, and we would clown every week. Oh yeah, Rob, next week is part 2. Yeah, this is just part 1, because this could easily be a hours long conversation. So we're going to break it up, and we'll do as many parts as we need. Courtney, let's talk about the D-stash thing. Sure makes sense. I hope you come back, because we do this every week. Last week was kind of a heavy topic because we talked about mental health, but it was needed. And the Fragrance Nook also added, Courtney, honeydew and cranberry salsa. Yep, honeydew and cranberry salsa. And Courtney said beach linen and laundry day. You see how they do me, Penny? And then they're talking about they're sorry. I told y'all I'm in rehab for fragrance oils. Rob, we're going to have to talk about this. I do this every week. Sure makes sense. They're always teasing me for something. Okay, Courtney, thank you. But yes, we do have a good time, and we do this every week. And I expanded it to make it candles and soap makers, because a lot of people do something else. They do scents, they do room sprays. You know, a lot of us are adding room sprays, laundry, etc. And the Fragrance Nook has so many recipes. So I'm definitely going to post this live that she has shared. And just think, she has hundreds that she has not shared, because she does this for a business. And so I asked them before you got on to not share proprietary, like I said, because she does this for a living, so I don't want to mess up her money. Some of the Courtney, listen to this one. She shared sand dunes and beach linen. And Fragrance Nook, Courtney said, wait, cranberry salsa? Oh yeah, see, do you see what I mean? Sure makes sense. Now they've got a battle going, and I'm like ping pong back and forth. So Courtney said, wait, cranberry salsa. Penny said she's in rehab with me for fragrance oil. And the Fragrance Nook said Australian bamboo. I have recipes for that one. Really? Really? Rehab. Rehab. I already have too many. Oh, and Courtney, this is a note for you and I. Cranberry salsa is from Rustic Essentials. That's okay, Courtney. Courtney's switching to her phone, everybody, so she said she'll put links in later. And we've got other people in the arsenal that do fragrance blending. Rob, I know it. For the Fragrance Nook, he said, I need an intervention. So now we got to have an intervention and a de-stash group, and I'm down for it. Sure makes sense. And all my other candle makers, what do you all think? Chime in the comments. And the Fragrance Nook cannot lead the intervention. Wow, listen to this. She said, I have over 500 blends that I have never even sold yet. That is insane. And for those of you that are watching the replay, she tests each and every one of the blends. These are not things that, and I know that personally, these are not things that she is just throwing together and throwing out there. She tests them for a multitude of things. Okay, she says, no, listen to this, Rob. I know, Penny, right? Penny said, oh my God, with the explanation point. And oh, sure makes sense. Said, I blend a lot. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but just this time. Yeah, I mean, it's an addiction. It really is. And it's very soothing because aromatherapy is key to a lot of things. So sure makes sense. We talked about this last week. And the Fragrance Nook said, nope, we are all addicts. We will make our own fragrance guild. And I'm down for that. All right. Courtney said, intervention, never heard of her. All right. So I agree with each and every one of you. And this is something that we do need to do. And this sure makes sense. This is one reason that I do this, because even though we all have different businesses, we can all help out each other. Oh, Penny, I like your picture. We all can do this. It's so fun and helps a company stand out. Correct. All right. Because my specialty is non-traditional candles, glitter, botanical, and I just started making marble candles. So I agree with you. I love the scents because I'm always looking for new scents and new ideas. So you are more than welcome to come in, or if you want to come over on the YouTube side and be an actual guest, you're more than welcome to, because we do this every week and we have a good time. All right. So you all let me know as far as what your time is. We are at 9:09. So of course this officially becomes, and I knew it would be, the longest episode, which I'm good. It's I want to be conscious of your time for everybody, because I know we have families, husband, children, for me, puppies, etc. Penny, puppies, and a husband. But we can keep going or we can cut it. It's up to you all. All right. So definitely sure makes sense. Spread the word because we do this every week. The giveaway, let me mention it again. You have to, so one of the main rules is you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel, which is Bubblez with a Z and Flamez with a Z podcast. All right. I'm only going to pick the next one from my subscribers. And what everybody voted on last week is to get a sampling of all the candles that I offer. All right. Oh, yes, Fragrance Nook. I know, because we could do fragrance all day, all night. I love it. Sure makes sense. Puppies and husband here too. So hello, fur babies and husband. My fur baby is listening, but he's in his crate right now because he would be jumping in. All right. So does anybody, since I do have some new listeners, whether you put them down in the comments or whether you put them in the chat on YouTube, what are some of the episodes that you would like me to record on? I'm trying to expand and get some suppliers to come, but of course I have to grow before they'll do that. And I want to have topics that are important to my soap makers and my candle makers. We can do a session if you all like on room sprays. Rob and I have some really good conversations about room sprays if you all want to add that. Room sprays and reed diffusers if you want to add that. Um, we still need to have some conversations about soap. We still need to have some conversations about wicks. And I need somebody to do the conversation to lead that as well. Oh, that's a good one. Sustainability. Absolutely. And I may have to get your help on that one. That suggestion was from the Fragrance Nook. All right. Um, Low environmental impact packaging. Yes, we did packaging before, but we can circle back and start breaking it down. Yep, vessels. I definitely want to do that one as well. All right, so we have some really good suggestions, and I like to break things down, even if we do a podcast episode about one thing. Why? Because somebody's always thinking it, but nobody's talking about it. And that's what we do over here. We're breaking it down. All right, so if there is a topic that you want discussed, we can discuss it, even if it is off topic, meaning if it has its own episode separate from Wednesday nights. All right. And also, if you are interested, in being a guest, you can come on and we can pre-record the episode if that works best for you. All right. Oh, that's another good one too, Fragrance Nook. Recycling programs, rewards to encourage recycling. I actually have to write that down because I have to do some deep research on that one. There's a lot of people getting into that one too. How about going along with that? How about refills? A lot of people are starting to do refills. What do you think about that one? Oh, thank you. Sure makes sense. I'm trying. I'm trying to get it out there, and I just added Instagram. What her comment is, you all can't see it over here on YouTube, is so glad I found this live. So I really appreciate that because that's why I do what I do. All right. Because a lot of people don't know about us, but we are there and we service the candle and soap makers and anybody who supports or runs a business. All right. So as you all see, my family members even jump in. Oh, wow. So see, there we go. Sure makes sense. I need to connect with you. See, you never know. She says, I offer rewards for recycling and I do refills. So there you go. All right. Okay, refills are great. The only issue is getting FDA approval. What I meant by that, Fragrance Nook, is there's a thing amongst candle makers that um you do refills. They're pre-made refills for certain vessels, and the customer just drops the refill in. All right. And welcome, Monique, 333 Chef. We are actually talking about fragrance blends tonight. You came in on the tail end of it, so I'll post the refill. See, I'll post the replay, and I could tag you if you like. So sure makes sense. See, now we have to talk offline. I definitely have to hit you up for that one. Oh, no worries, because you didn't know. All right. Thank you for coming too. Sure makes sense is signing off, everybody. All right. So does anybody have anything else that they want to add? All right. We've gone an hour and 15 minutes and we're still going to do part two. All right. Next week. Bath and body makers have a few extra steps, right? And also, Fragrance Nook, you know that I want to still do the episode on bath and body because I have some skincare makers that reach out to me on TikTok that they voted to do that episode as well. And I know a lot of people are now starting to get into bath and body. All right. All right, let me look at my YouTube comments. Does anybody have anything that you all would like to add to this conversation? If not, we are going to call it a night. And because, like I said, I want to be conscious of everybody's time. And we're going to do part two. And if necessary, we'll continue to break it down. All right, I'll give you a few seconds. Courtney, I know you can hear me, but you're not on the actual comments. I do appreciate all of your work and your help. We are missing a few people tonight, so the discussion will be even more interesting next week. Again, Abba, with her situation, definitely going to follow up with her and make sure she's good. And we are, of course, missing the one and only Jayla, who is doing some things with her family. Jayla, the self esteem queen. All right, the fragrance nook, I appreciate you. She has to go and take care of some business with some labeling. And tonight was a lot of fun, and this was my goal for this. So, oh, I absolutely will. Absolutely. I appreciate you as always. And I'll definitely send you a message. All right. So, does anybody have anything that you wanted to share with the group before we close it out? And I'll start my closing. All right, so I'm growing slowly, but at a steady pace, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And back at you, Fragrance Nook, each and every one of you that has joined me over on Instagram and for YouTube and Facebook. Let's keep it going in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel, and also all the social media. And the giveaway is coming. The giveaway is definitely coming. You know me, I may add to it. Penny actually is a winner of the giveaway for the marble candles for my Amazon candles, and she is joining us tonight. And she just posted a really sweet comment on my Nuts About Candles um, Instagram. So, Penny, I appreciate you. And we are slowly growing. And I appreciate everybody for supporting me. If you are a new candle maker or soap maker watching this replay, thank you for joining us. And we hope you'll come back each week. And if you're not able to make it in person, whether on Instagram or on any other social media, you can always catch the replay at Bubblez and Flamez podcast. Bubblez with a Z and Flamez with a Z. And we're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, with that, I'm going to sign off because my comments have stopped. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a blessed week until we talk next week. All right? Everybody, have a good night. Signing off. All right, everybody, have a good week. I signed off for Instagram first, but everybody, have a good week. And hit me up in the comments or in the DMs. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. All right, everybody have a amazing week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Ciao, Penny, and good night.